how to add restrictions to your iPad. So this is really useful if you have a child and you want to create restrictions such as on the internet and also app downloads as well. Now to do this, we first need to load up the settings on your iPad. You can then scroll down on the left-hand side and select screen time. You can then click on content and privacy restrictions and make sure this is turned on and enabled. Now once you've turned this on, this is where you can go and restrict certain features on the device. Now this really just comes down to personal preference and what you want to restrict, but some of the main things that you can restrict here is if you click on App Store, Media, Web and Games, you can press Web Content. And for example, you can go in restrict adult websites by pressing limit adult websites. If there's a certain website you want to block, you can click the add website button and you can go and add that website to block it on the iPad. Now typically, if you just leave this to limit adult websites, any website that's not suitable for a child is typically going to be blocked automatically just using this filter. Now you can also come back over to the previous window. You can click on apps and you can restrict certain app downloads on your device depending on the age of that app. So for example, I can set this to 13 plus, and that's the age requirement in order to be able to download these types of apps. Now come back over to content and privacy restrictions. You can see there's a bunch of other items we can restrict. So we can restrict access to the photos. You can also restrict access to your passcode and the accounts on your device. So you can just go through this list and decide which things you want to go and restrict. And once you've done this, you can come back over to the previous window, and it's also important that we add a lock screen passcode. So this will basically prevent any changes to these content and privacy restrictions. Now this is different to the passcode on your iPad. So you can basically give someone the passcode to your iPad, but you can have the screen time passcode different, and that will prevent unauthorized access. So press lock screen time settings, and then you can set up a 4-digit code that you'll need to enter in order to access these screen time settings. So that's how to add restrictions on your iPad.